Top 10 vitamins, minerals, and supplements to fix diabetes and blood sugar. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to today's video. I'm Dr. Sarah Mitchell, and I'm here to share with you the top 10 vitamins, minerals, and supplements that can help you take charge of your diabetes and keep your blood sugar in check. I've worked with countless patients at a diabetes care center, seeing the real struggles, nerve pain, blood flow issues, and serious complications like kidney or heart problems. Today, I'm excited to break down the most evidence-based, affordable solutions you can start using right from home. No expensive gimmicks here, just practical, low-cost options backed by science. So grab a notebook and let's get started on your journey to better health. Before we dive into the list, let's talk about what's happening in your body with diabetes. When you eat carbs, your digestive system turns them into glucose, which enters your bloodstream. Normally, your pancreas releases insulin to help your cells use that glucose for energy. But in diabetes, things go awry. Either your pancreas doesn't make enough insulin, or your cells stop responding to it, leading to insulin resistance. This causes high blood sugar, which produces toxic byproducts that damage nerves, blood vessels, and organs. That's why you might experience peripheral neuropathy, those burning or tingling sensations, or face risks like eye disease, kidney damage, or heart issues. The supplements we'll cover today can help manage blood sugar, reduce these complications, and support your overall well-being. You might be wondering, with over 80 diabetes medications out there, why focus on supplements? Well, despite all those drugs, diabetes is still a growing problem, and many patients deal with persistent complications. Medications are crucial, but they're not the full picture. These vitamins and minerals can complement your treatment plan, and they're affordable and accessible. I've included links to studies and my favorite supplement brands in the description below to make things easy. Let's count down from number 10 to the absolute best number 10, selenium. Starting at number 10, we have selenium, a trace mineral with powerful antioxidant properties. Selenium supports your gut and thyroid, but it's also a star player in blood sugar control. Research shows that people with diabetes often have lower selenium levels, which can impair insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. Supplementing with selenium can help restore normal glucose levels, improve circulation, and reduce oxidative stress that leads to nerve and blood vessel damage. You can find selenium in foods like mushrooms, asparagus, salmon, and Brazil nuts. But here's a heads up. Brazil nuts are so high in selenium that just one or two can exceed the recommended daily intake of 55 micrograms. Going over 400 micrograms daily can be toxic, especially for your kidneys, so moderation is key. A good diabetic multivitamin will typically include a safe dose of selenium around 55 micrograms, along with other essential nutrients. Check the description for my recommended multivitamins to simplify your routine. Studies like one published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology show that selenium influences genes involved in glucose regulation, making it a great addition for diabetes management. If you're curious about the science, I've linked the studies below. Start with a multivitamin, and you're off to a great start with selenium. Number 9, chromium. At number 9, we have chromium, an essential mineral that's critical for glucose metabolism. Chromium helps enzymes and proteins in your body process blood sugar more effectively, lowering fasting glucose levels, reducing triglycerides and cholesterol, and even decreasing the need for insulin in some cases. Research, including a study in diabetes care, shows chromium improves insulin sensitivity, making it a fantastic option for type 2 diabetes. Chromium is found naturally in meats, fish, fruits, rye bread, and vegetables like broccoli and green beans. If you're eating a veggie-heavy diet, you're probably getting some chromium, but many diabetics benefit from supplementation. A safe dose around 35 micrograms is often included in multivitamins designed for diabetes. Be cautious, though taking too much chromium can stress your kidneys, especially if you have chronic kidney disease. Stick to the recommended dose and you're golden. Links to my favorite chromium-containing multivitamins are below. Number 8. Acetyl L-carnitine. Coming in at number 8 is acetyl L-carnitine, a compound your liver and kidneys produce naturally. This supplement is a powerhouse for fighting oxidative stress, which drives diabetic complications like peripheral neuropathy, blood vessel damage, and kidney issues. Think of acetyl L-carnitine as a cleanup crew scavenging harmful free radicals that damage your nerves and tissues. Clinical trials, such as those in diabetes research and clinical practice, show that acetyl L-carnitine improves nerve function, promotes nerve regeneration, and reduces pain and numbness from diabetic neuropathy. The typical dose is 1.5 to 3 grams daily, often taken as 500 milligram capsules. It's generally safe, but avoid it if you're on blood thinners, like warfarin, as it can increase bleeding risk. Also, if you have hypothyroidism or seizures, check with your doctor first. Since it's not usually in multivitamins, you'll need to buy it separately. Check my recommended brands in the description. I love how acetyl L-carnitine targets complications directly. If you're dealing with nerve pain, this could be a game changer. I've got a video linked below, diving deeper into how it works and why it's so effective. Number 7. Vitamin E. At number 7, we have vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that's fantastic for diabetes management. Vitamin E boosts insulin efficiency, oxygenates your blood, and protects cells from damage and premature aging. Studies like one in Nutrition Reviews show it can reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and help stabilize blood sugar in those already diagnosed. You can get vitamin E from nuts like almonds and hazelnuts, sunflower seeds, nut butters, avocados, and fresh salmon. Nuts are a diabetic-friendly snack because they're low in carbs and won't spike your blood sugar. I eat a handful of almonds every day, and I recommend them to my patients. Most diabetic multivitamins include vitamin E, so you're likely covered if you're taking one. Want to know the best and worst nuts for diabetes? I've got a video linked below that breaks it down. Number 6. Alpha lipoic acid. Number 6 is alpha lipoic acid, or ALA, a potent antioxidant that's a rock star for nerve health. In Europe, ALA is prescribed for diabetic neuropathy because it's so effective at reducing nerve pain and improving function. Studies in diabetes care show that taking ALA for 3 to 6 months can significantly improve symptoms of type 2 diabetes and nerve damage. ALA is found in foods like beets, broccoli, Brussels, sprouts, carrots, and spinach, but you'd need to eat massive amounts to get therapeutic levels. That's why supplementation is key, with a recommended dose of 600 to 1200 milligrams daily. Here's a pro tip: choose the R form of ALA, not the S form, as it's more bioavailable. I've got a short video linked below explaining the difference and why it matters. Since ALA isn't typically in multivitamins, you'll need to source it separately. Check my recommendations below. If you're struggling with chronic nerve pain, ALA could be a lifesaver. Patients I've worked with report noticeable relief after a few months, and the science backs it up. Number 5. Benfotiamine. At number 5, we have benfotiamine, a synthetic form of thiamine vitamin B1 that's a game changer for diabetes. Unlike regular thiamine, benfotiamine is fat-soluble, so it's absorbed up to 100 times better, crossing cell membranes with ease. This makes it incredibly effective at protecting against diabetic complications like peripheral neuropathy, arterial disease, and heart dysfunction. Studies in experimental and clinical endocrinology and diabetes show that benfotiamine inhibits enzymes that cause damage from high blood sugar. A dose of 600 milligrams daily for up to 6 months can significantly reduce nerve pain and improve overall health. Since it's synthetic, you won't find it in foods, and most multivitamins contain regular thiamine, not benfotiamine. You'll need to buy it separately. Links to my favorites are below. This is a must-have for anyone dealing with neuropathy or other complications. Number 4, vitamin B12. Number 4 is vitamin B12, essential for nerve health and red blood cell production. If you're on metformin, the most common diabetes drug, you're at risk for B12 deficiency. Studies show up to 22% of metformin users have low levels, which can worsen neuropathy and cause fatigue. B12 is critical for keeping your nerves and brain functioning optimally. You can get B12 from fish, milk, eggs, and meat, but if you have absorption issues due to metformin or gut problems, a sublingual B12 supplement is a great solution. These chewable tablets dissolve under your tongue, bypassing the digestive system for better absorption. The recommended dose is just 2.4 micrograms daily, but supplements often provide more since B12 is water-soluble and excess is excreted. I bought a 6-month supply of sublingual B12 for about $20, super affordable. Check the links below for my top picks. Some clinics charge hundreds for B12 shots, but studies like those in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show sublingual B12 is just as effective. If you've tried shots and found them better, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. Number 3, vitamin C. At number 3, we have vitamin C, a water-soluble vitamin with a ton of benefits for diabetes. High blood sugar produces a toxic byproduct called sorbitol, which damages blood vessels and nerves, leading to vision problems and kidney issues. Vitamin C reduces sorbitol levels, improves insulin sensitivity, and lowers hemoglobin A1C, a key marker of long-term blood sugar control, according to studies in diabetes, obesity, and metabolism. Vitamin C is in citrus fruits, kiwis, bell peppers, tomatoes, and strawberries. But for some diabetics, eating too much fruit can spike blood sugar, so supplementation is a smart option. I love vitamin C powder. It's dirt cheap, and you can buy a huge bag for pennies per serving. The recommended dose is 500 to 1,000 milligrams daily, and since it's water-soluble, it's hard to overdo it. Still check with your doctor if you're considering high doses, especially if you have kidney concerns. Number 2, magnesium. Now we're at number 2, magnesium, a mineral involved in over 600 enzymatic reactions, including those that regulate blood sugar and heart health. Research in nutrients shows that over 50% of people with type 2 diabetes are deficient in magnesium, which worsens insulin resistance and increases complication risk. Magnesium is found in green leafy vegetables, legumes, nuts, and whole grains because it's a key part of chlorophyll, the molecule that helps plants use sunlight. However, processed foods lose most of their magnesium, and about 66% of people don't get enough from diet alone. Supplement with magnesium citrate or glycinate. Avoid magnesium oxide or hydroxide, which are poorly absorbed and used as laxatives. A dose of 300-400 milligrams daily is ideal, but start low to avoid diarrhea. If you have severe kidney failure, consult your doctor first. Magnesium is one of the most important supplements for diabetes. I've seen patients improve their blood sugar control and energy levels just by addressing this deficiency. Check out my video on magnesium for more details, linked below. Number 1, vitamin D, K2, boron, and zinc. At number 1, I'm combining vitamin D, vitamin K2, boron, and boron because they work synergistically to supercharge diabetes management. Vitamin D is critical for blood sugar control, bone health, and immunity, but studies in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology show that over 90% of diabetics are deficient, especially in northern climates with limited sunlight. Vitamin K2 enhances vitamin D's effects by directing calcium into your bones and away from your arteries, preventing stiffening, a major issue for diabetics. Boron and zinc act as cofactors, boosting the effectiveness of vitamin D and magnesium. This combo lowers blood sugar, strengthens bones, and reduces cardiovascular risks. Aim for 5,000 IU of vitamin D and 200 micrograms of K2 daily. Zinc is in meats and nuts, while boron is in fruits like apples. Most diabetic multivitamins include zinc and boron, but you may need a separate D3K2 supplement, links below. Sunlight and foods like salmon provide some vitamin D, but supplementation is often necessary, especially in winter or northern regions. This combo is my top pick because it addresses multiple aspects of diabetes and overall health. So how do you put this into practice? Start with a high-quality diabetic multivitamin to cover selenium, chromium, vitamin E, B12, and C numbers 10, 9, 7, 4, and 3. This is an easy, affordable way to hit most of your needs. For complications like neuropathy, add acetyl L-carnitine, alpha lipoic acid R-type, and benfotiamine separately as they're not in multivitamins. Prioritize magnesium citrate or glycinate and a vitamin D3K2 combo for maximum impact. Pair these supplements with a healthy diet. Think salmon, leafy greens, nuts, and low-carb veggies, and regular exercise like strength training and cardio. Sunlight helps with vitamin D, but supplements are often needed year-round in many regions. Always check with your doctor before starting, especially if you have kidney issues or on blood thinners or have other conditions. I've linked all my favorite supplements in detailed videos on each nutrient below, including the science behind R-type ALA and the best magnesium forms. I also have a video on diabetic-friendly foods and the 3 nuts to avoid, so check those out. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell for more diabetes tips. Let me know in the comments which supplements you've tried or what you want to learn about next. Let's keep working together to manage diabetes and live healthier. See you in the next video.